Hey everybody, just quick disclosure. We named this Letterbox Showdown, which is literally a thing that Letterbox does. My mistake. So we probably say that a couple times in this video. We're going with the name ATF Smackdown. It's where we compete against each other with movie-themed questions. It's lots of fun for the first episode. It's a little bit hectic, but really, really fun. But we'll get right into it. I hope you guys enjoy. If you want to see this more and more, let me know. This is probably not a one-off thing, but you know, if you enjoy this, then the quicker we'll probably do it coming up. Thank you guys. Welcome to the ATF Smackdown. Our contestants this week, going for the glory of the first winner, are Hizzy Hay, ThreeNinjasBestFan, and Jeffyanus. Joined with us as well is our wonderful host to navigate these answers, Slurpee King! Thank you all for checking out this wonderful episode. What is up, everybody? Thank you, Three Ninjas Best Fan. And we're going to get right into this. We have a whole slew of questions ready to fight over. Evan's going to be judging this, and I think we're doing 1 minute each on solo arguments, and then sort of moving into an open discussion on each of these questions. Then Evan will be awarding the points. I'll keep track of that here on my sticky notes. But let's get this kicked off. Evan, what's the first question?
Okay. You ready, boys? The first question. What is the most overrated film of the 2010s? And I want to start it off with Three Ninjas Best Fan.
The most overrated film of the 2010s. Well, folks, I think most of us know, because it happened pretty recently. And no, this is not recency bias. The movie The Joker with Joaquin Phoenix. That movie is an absolute... I mean, it's just not good. It's fine. People like it. And if you like it, you have a poor taste in movies because you think Joaquin Phoenix is a good actor. And maybe he was. Maybe the acting was good. But you're telling me that movie that you had nominated for Oscars that was directed by the same guy that directed Due Date and the Hangover trilogy? You think that guy can produce good movies? It's absurd. It's absolutely absurd. That staircase scene where they play that dumb song, and it's the worst music editing transition I've ever seen in my life, and people ate it up. People thought it was amazing. Oh, he's mentally ill. It's a dumb movie. It's poor. It's poorly put together. It's absolutely pathetic, and it makes absolutely no sense as to why it got the publicity it got. It's a poor movie, and it deserved no recognition. That's my take.
Right. Evan, who do you want next?
Wait, do we not get counter arguments?
Oh, you get your own separate argument, and then
we'll have an all-out debate or something.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, how about Hizzy Hay next?
Okay, gotcha. So for my pick, I'm actually going to be going with one that's a little bit later, or it came out a while ago, and that's Boyhood by Richard Linklater. And I don't think Boyhood is a terrible film as much as Three Ninjas was saying about Joker. So I maybe should start out by saying that. However, I do think it was a little bit of a wasted effort from Linklater. I really like what he's been able to do in the past. A lot of his movies I have in my top 100. The Before trilogy follows a similar thing in a different way. But just overall, I think Boyhood, the problem was it got too interested on selling the gimmick. And it didn't really work hard enough to make a full-fledged story. And because of that, you don't really have a character. And the only thing propping up this film is Ethan Hawke as an actor and some of Patricia Arquette. But that's going to be my pick, Richard Linklater's Boyhood. And then I'll leave so Jeffyanus can pitch his.
All right. Hey, Judge Evan, who's going next?
I'm going to give that to old Jeff Boy.
All right. I will gladly go with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I am not a fan of this movie for the most part. I think it was a decent movie, but I think the publicity it got after it came out was insane. I thought the only really good part of the movie was Brad Pitt towards the end. I thought the first 2 hours of that movie just dragged so long. I think the hyping up of Margot Robbie playing the role of Sharon Tate in that movie was so irrelevant, and I think without that role, the movie could have gone exactly as planned. You could have probably hired a not so what's that sound? What?
Trent Ping.
Trent, you didn't mute it. God. I bet he turned off the speaker so he can't hear us.
Wait,
What's so funny?
Oh my god.
where did you just go?
I told you, he turned off
Fuck,
his...
I muted you guys, not to fucking talk
Yeah,
myself.
yep, Trent, yes. Very much.
Well, that's what a healthy stream of piss sounds like. I apologize. I honestly did not mean for that one to happen.
Austin, you
Okay,
had 10 seconds left if you want it, but
Okay, yeah, so Sharon Tate in that movie was really relevant, and I think she got way too much screen time. And I think the movie was just overrated as well.
Okay, wait. So here's what I'm thinking. I want to hear more from Hayden and Austin. I think I know where I stand on Trent.
Shit.
Okay. Is Trent allowed to talk in the 1 minute, Mr. Judge?
I mean, he can if he wants, but I'm pretty much decided on him. I want to hear more about why Boyhood and Once Upon a Time are overrated.
Okay, then I guess we'll argue for 1 extra minute. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so the thing with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I still feel like it's pretty fun. And I don't think a lot of people were saying it's like Tarantino's masterwork. Whereas I do feel like a lot of people were saying, oh my God, Richard Linklater has gone above and beyond with this project. And Boyhood was, before Birdman came late, the top pick for Best Picture. But go for it.
Okay. I think that at least as far as the overrating aspect of this thing goes, I guess the people you're around really impact how you see if something's overrated. Like maybe, I don't know. I just think the movie itself was hyped right before it came out, like very much so. And then it came out and it still got pretty good hype from it. And it still has really good ratings. I'm not there. Like the movie didn't hit me like I expected it to.
Judge, may I have my final sentence?
Go ahead.
Okay. I believe there are 2 right answers in this debate and 1 wrong answer. So no matter who you choose, I believe Boyhood is a right answer and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is a wrong answer. I rest my case.
Mr. P-Man has spoken. All right, Judge, what do you go with?
I'm probably going to go with Boyhood then.
Oh, sweet. Oh,
That's fair.
Just curious.
That's fair.
Just curious. I guess we'll decide
Boyhood was
this
very overrated.
Once we're towards the end of this. We'll decide if this matters. Evan, who would you have gone with second?
Definitely Austin still.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Sorry, Trent. All 3 are probably overrated in some right, but I don't know. I really like Joker, and Trent was just a little too hyperbolic in his negativity.
Okay, that's fair.
All right. Well, Evan, what's the second question we got?
Okay, the second question is, who is the best actor currently under the age of 30?
Or actress. Or actress.
Or actress. Yes, actor can be both.
Okay.
Who do you want going first?
Let's see. What did we do last time?
The winner. I think we should go reverse. The winner should go first.
I'll just revert it. A-Town first.
All right.
Sorry, Jeff Boy.
Okay. So believe it or not, I want to go with an actress, and I think you should believe it because women need to be empowered.
He's choosing
Right?
the person I thought of.
All right, so I'm actually going to go based on one performance, and I know I'm probably going to lose the argument because of that. But Florence Pugh in Midsummer was amazing. Her emotional portrayal from like deeply depressed to kind of psychotic towards the end with like hatred of her, I guess, technically still then boyfriend, but kind of mentally at that point they're kind of separating. For those of you who haven't seen the movie, I don't spoil much, but basically this character encounters this super awful tragedy with her family at the beginning. She goes to Sweden and goes through this really weird cult thing where she's put at the centerpiece of this ritual to where it's like people killing themselves and like taking lots of drugs. And I think her insane. I actually still haven't seen her. She's amazing in that as well. And I really like that.
Sweet. Who's up next, Evan?
Let's go Three Ninjas Best Fan.
Okay. I'm going to do a letterbox showdown first. Please perform an age check on John David Washington. One age check on John David Washington.
Will do.
Okay.
Is he under 30?
He is 35.
Fuck. Okay.
I'm correct. Sorry, Trent.
I'll go with my plan B. I have a plan B. I'm going to go
But Denzel does have a daughter, if you want to.
I'm going to go with plan B, and that is Emma Stone. Emma Stone.
Wait, she under 30?
Emma Stone under?
No, absolutely no way.
There's no way.
Please do another.
Yeah. She's 31. Dang.
Oh,
dang.
Really? Oh.
But Trent, you could go Emma Watson.
No. Can we come back to me?
Okay,
No.
Hizzy Hay.
What?
Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. That's why you come up with answers. But anyway, the one I'm going with, I actually thought that Austin was going to take, and I do think Florence Pugh's performance is pretty good in Midsummer, but I'll talk on that more. I'm actually going to go with Saoirse Ronan just because I feel like she's torn up the 2010s.
So hot. Oh God.
Okay. I feel like as an actress, she's been incredible, whether it be Grand Budapest Hotel, whether it be Lady Bird, whether it be Little Women this year. She's just been phenomenal, and she makes every movie inherently watchable because she just has a charming persona. But that's going to be my pick. I don't know if I bought Trent enough time, but
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna play it extra safe here, and I'm gonna go with Millie Bobby Brown because I know for a fact she is under the age of 30. I know she's been limited in her roles with Stranger Things and Stranger Things 2 and Stranger Things Season 3, and they've all been great. She's been an incredible actress throughout that series. She was also happened to have a role in Godzilla 2, which wasn't the best movie, but I think when you're looking at Millie Bobby Brown and you're looking at her body of work, you have to think potential. She's so young. She's going to be that top-tier celebrity for years to come, and she has the potential to jump into that greatest actress of all time category. I know she's younger and doesn't have movies that these other actresses and actors have put out under the age of 30. But that being said, Millie Bobby Brown has the potential to reach that extra stratosphere that the candidates, the other two people listed, don't have the potential to. I rest my case.
Well, sorry once again to Trent.
Damn it.
He didn't come prepared, so it's a two-man race again. Okay, debate time.
okay. Well, I'll go ahead and go first. Florence Pugh, while great in Midsummer and Little Women, has really only had this year to sort of break out. She's been in a couple other things, but like she hasn't established herself as like the actor that's under 30. Whereas I feel like Saoirse Ronan has like taken that spot, and a bunch of people really root for like her to keep doing great performances and eventually win an Oscar. I just feel like we're looking towards like a future GOAT, but Pugh could be that, but I feel like Saoirse's way higher at the moment.
Okay, I respect your answer, and I also respectfully say you're wrong. So I haven't actually seen many Saoirse Ronans, but I have I've only seen Florence Pugh in one in Midsummer, but her performance in that movie really grasped me and held me on like a really wild emotional ride that entire movie. And I've heard, you know, I haven't seen it yet. I heard she's also really good in Little Women, and I'm sure Saoirse Ronan is too. But I just haven't seen something from Saoirse Ronan personally for me to be able to put up there with the Midsummer performance of Florence Pugh.
And
Can I have my final sentence?
yeah. Let's see what that
Okay. Evan, okay, so hypothetically, if Emma Stone or John David Washington was under the age of 30, would you have chose me?
Oh, I mean, you could have made really good arguments. I wish you would have had a better answer.
Okay, that's all I needed to hear.
Oh, God. Well, you're still third, Dread.
Okay.
Okay,
Fine.
Hayden, what is your favorite Saoirse Ronan performance?
Saoirse Ronan I mean, that's tough because both her like two best ones, I'd argue, are either Little Women or Lady Bird. But I think not a lot of people can sell the weird quirkiness but likability in Lady Bird. So I'd probably go with that.
Well, I don't know. Saoirse Ronan's still pretty early in her career too, because they're both in Little Women. Lady Bird's probably comparable to the other one, but what other performances are there? Like Grand Budapest, she's good, but she doesn't do much.
I mean, Brooklyn, Little Women.
Oh, that's right.
The Mary Queen of Scots. Even that one's like watchable because of her. Just in my opinion, but.
Well, for now, I'm going to go with best performance, which I think is in Midsummer. So I'll go with A-Town on this one.
All right. I will mark that down. Very nice, Austin. And then, Evan, what is going to be our question 3, and who do you want going first?
So are we going with the new question 3?
Yes, yeah, we're going with the new question.
Okay. If I have this right, I believe it's, what film would you watch with Bernie Sanders to make him feel better? Is that correct?
Yes, that is the correct question.
Okay, well, Hayden first then.
All right. So I'm actually going with Parasite. And the reason, and I could be completely wrong, and maybe there's no basis in this argument here, but the reason is I don't think Bernie has had the time, because he's been campaigning, to check out Parasite. And just after a long campaign where he's been working his butt off, I think settling down and watching the Best Picture winner, Parasite, from Bong Joon-ho, would be lots of fun. And it has an anti-capitalist message that I'm sure the old Burn Man would dig. Also, just hearing his film choices, because I know he's a fan of Scorsese, would be fun. But I think Parasite would be a good choice. And that's pretty much the whole argument. I just feel like that's like a lighthearted enough movie.
Yeah, good answer. Okay, what do we got from ThreeNinjasBestFan?
Okay, so for this question, we're looking for the ultimate feel-good movie. What you need right now is a good pick-me-up. You need a movie that's going to pick you right back up, lift your spirits, and set you back on a path that you want to go down. The movie I'm going to choose, Hunt for the Wilder People, directed by Taika Waititi. To me, it's the ultimate feel-good movie. The movie has its ups and downs, and it's so unique throughout the whole movie. The light comedy that's drizzled in on top of the good story, and then at the end of the movie, you have this ultimate feel-good story. And it's just incredible. It's the most one of the most uplifting movies that I can think of, because of how your emotions can range throughout the whole movie, and then at the end you just feel like on a natural high. And that's what I think this candidate would need right now. I think he needs that natural high to get him back on his feet and uplift his spirits. That's why I chose Hunt for the Wilder People, directed by Taika Waititi.
Okay. And Jeff?
My name's Jeff. All right, so I think that the best kind of pick-me-up is laughter. And so I'm going to go with one of my favorite comedy movies from the 2010s, and that is something that actually came out in 2010, The Other Guys. I'm not a big fan of Mark Wahlberg, and I think this might be the only movie I like him in, but boy, do I like him in the movie. I think him and Will Ferrell's relationship in the movie is so funny. I find myself laughing. I think the beginning scene with Samuel L. Jackson and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson how they set it up and then how they end it immediately with them jumping off a roof just is hilarious. There's like some tuna jokes and lion jokes, and there's a wooden gun that makes you laugh. And we all know that, Bernie's a big fan of the people, and I think this movie is for the people.
Well, I actually pretty solid answers all around. I'm probably going to need some debate to figure out this one.
Hey, 3, 2, 1. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay, Austin, go ahead.
I'm going to say I wouldn't choose Parasite because although it is an amazing movie and by far the best movie in this group, I think that the second half of Parasite is pretty, like not very fun of a watch. As far as like an emotional state goes, it's kind of like, damn, this stuff is really happening to you. It's kind of crazy. And like, while I get what Hayden was saying, I'm totally there for it. I also haven't seen Hunt for the Wilder People, so I can't vouch against that. But I think The Other Guys is a really good pick-me-up.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and throw in. I don't think Old Burn Man would love The Other Guys, especially more specifically. I think the worst thing in a comedy watch is when someone else is really digging it and you're not. We've all been there before, and I just feel like if Austin's laughing at every single joke in The Other Guys, Mr. Sanders is gonna get pretty annoyed with that fast. And then the only thing I'd say about Parasite, sort of countering what Austin was saying, is I do feel like there's a little bit of a serious tone that's needed for a film. Like you can't just obviously like you do want to pick me up, but I feel like both me and Trent's films have a pick me up at the very end, so that still is uplifting. Whereas Other Guys is just a straightforward comedy, which is a distraction, but I feel like isn't going to fully cheer him up.
Do you consider the very end of Parasite a pick me up though?
I mean, it depends on how you look at it. I'm not gonna spoil it on here, even though it's like massively seen. But I would say,
okay, wait. I've heard enough. I need
Wait.
to hear from Trent.
Let me get mine.
No, Trent. I meant I need to hear from you.
Oh, sorry. Thank you, Evan. So I'm not going to discuss Austin's choice because it was so poor. I'm shocked he even got the second minute. That being said, Hayden's movie is a very good choice. Parasite is a very good movie. However, we have to think about what the question asked. Bernie Sanders, who just dropped out of the political race. Parasite preaches an anti-capitalist message, which is something that Bernie lives by. And I don't think the moments after he drops out of the campaign, he wants to watch another anti-capitalist film that he preaches, that he lives on a daily basis. He doesn't want to see that and see his message right then in that moment when he dropped out, because he knows it almost might make him feel even more let down in a way. Because he was the one that we thought would actually make something happen. And now he has to watch that movie in his face, and I'm not sure if it's the right time for it. I rest my case.
Well, that's what I wanted to hear. I'm going to give that one to Trent. As far
Who's
as
Trent? Who is Trent? Who is Trent?
Oh, sorry. I meant ThreeNinjasBestFan.
Oh, yeah.
So ThreeNinjasBestFan wins that one. Second place, I guess I'm going to give it to Hayden. Because Bernie would really enjoy that movie, but I think they kind of got you with the...
Yeah.
He'd probably be sad to see so much income inequality that he can no longer fix as president.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I didn't realize. I thought Trent jokingly said Hunt for the Wilder People, and I didn't even think about it for this question, but that's a really good pick.
Thank you.
All right, we got the second to last question.
Hey, and I thought your answer to question number 1 was really good too.
Oh, thank you.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty sure my answer to number 2 was a pretty decent answer.
Okay, number 4. Pitch the start to a serial cinematic universe.
So first.
Okay, A-Town first.
Oh boy,
Jeff.
this is a good one, huh? All right, so we have good old Captain Crunch sitting on the tower of Captain Crunch cereal, and you have Tony the Tiger and Lucky the Leprechaun and the bird from Fruit Loops, and they're all combining their cereals to make a big old bowl deliciousness, and Captain Crunch and his pirate hook, and he has these all berries cereals guarding his tower, and yeah.
All right. Okay. You just jumped full in. Get all 5 heroes in the first movie. Got it.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, it's the first movie. Right. There's many more to come. You have no idea what my plan is.
Oh, okay. You can
Okay.
debate that later. Okay. Let's go with Hizzy Hay.
Okay. Well, it's interesting that you started with Captain Crunch because that's actually where I'm going to be going with this one. I'm going to do a Captain Crunch sort of origin movie, so to say, as like the Iron Man to kick things off.
So you're copying Marvel unoriginal.
Basically, it's going to be like a fun adventure pirate movie, and just him sort of figuring out like what type of cereals to make along the way. So maybe there's like a peanut butter island for the peanut butter Captain Crunch. Maybe there's a berry island, and maybe like I feel like there's enough in there to sort of have a plot somewhat if you're doing cereal. And then at the very end of it, he's gonna go. This is my bombshell. He's gonna go to Cocoa Puff Island, and he's gonna hear, I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and then black screen, and then cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs bird will return in the cereal universe or whatever. But that's my pitch.
Okay. Three Ninjas Best Fan.
Okay. Picture this. In a world divided between the Cocoa Puffs and the Frosted Flakes. Together, they live separately on different sides of the bowl. However, along came one man by the name of Milk, MLK.
Okay.
And Milk was able to unite them together. And together, equally, they were able to form the best cereal the world has ever seen. It's a true story, justice, equality. And at that moment, the world was peaceful. The story of Milk, an MLK production. I rest my case.
Okay. You guys can debate if you want to, but I think I know my answer.
Wait.
This is absurd. Austin didn't say an idea.
Wait,
He
listen.
just threw out
Wait. Yeah, Austin
Listen.
needs more time to explain.
No.
Okay.
Yes.
But he didn't use the minute he had.
Yes, I did.
What? Hayden, give him time.
Yes, I did. Hayden. As I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, I was taking a long break so I could capture my thought. That is the opening scene, but little do you know, that's also the closing scene of the entire cinematic universe. So it's like a foreshadowing. Right. It's like a little foreshadow. Also,
okay, then what's the movie about?
Hey, I'm gonna have a guy named Stale dress up as a Zodiac, and he's gonna be the serial killer. Stale.
Oh, actually. Little interesting.
That's not anything of the movie, bitch.
Okay, hey, right now you're in third place. Let's see if you can. Let's see if you can get a defense going.
Austin's idea was completely absurd. Had no plot whatsoever. It was just, we have cereal mascots standing on towers, and isn't that cool? And then, honestly, Trent's idea was at least fleshed out in some concept of something more than the 3 bullet points Austin wrote on a napkin. But Trent's idea, I feel like that's going to fall very
you don't
poor.
You don't like equality?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying
you just said no?
A movie made by Trent is not going to like represent equality and have MLK be the guy that leads the serial cinematic universe. At least I'm doing something with Captain Crunch where people know him.
I don't know what my background, why if I make the movie, why that matters. You just said for my pitch. That's my pitch. It doesn't mean I'm making them. So how that argument is used against me makes no sense to me.
He's got you there, Hayden.
Oh, wait. Just to be clear, could Trent make Parasite?
Yes.
Wait, what?
No.
Could Trent make The Farewell?
What does that have to do with
Trent's right.
anything?
This is just a pitch.
Yeah, this is a pitch. This isn't making.
Okay, I'm just saying. I feel like if that's a studio creating the serial cinematic universe,
Hayden,
that's not what the people are wanting.
Hayden, could you make Parasite?
No.
Okay, then why does it matter? We both can't make Parasite.
Okay, I've heard enough.
Okay.
Wait. Can I make one last argument?
I put Hayden.
Don't
in a
have a
corner there.
movie,
I
Austin.
boxed Hayden into a corner and he can't get out.
Okay, wait. Hey, Austin, tell me more about Stale.
Stale? Oh yeah, of course. Hey, that's a good question. That's a great question, right? So you know how Frosted Flakes, after a while, they become really crunchy and like tasteless? Well, Stale is going to be this big Frosted Flake with huge muscles, and I'm going to dress him up to look like the head of the Zodiac.
Doesn't.
Okay.
Can I just point
damn
out?
it.
Can I just point out that Hayden's pitch is too serious?
Was it too serious?
Hayden's
It's a
pitch is
fun
too
adventure
serious.
pirate movie with Captain Crunch.
Right, but your ideas are too. You're trying to make
Pitching
it
a
too.
Zodiac killer movie with some weird tower stuff in between.
Yes, okay.
No, hey, that's the ending. You weren't listening.
No, but it's also the beginning somehow.
Well, yeah, it's foreshadowing, Hayden.
Foreshadowing, Hayden. Jesus.
Okay, I've heard enough. Trent's. Oh, sorry. Three Ninjas Best Fan #1.
There's
A-Town
no
#2.
way.
Hizzy Hay 3.
Yes.
Hayden, your answer was just too generic. Austin had Stale coming in, the serial killer. That's a good pun.
Is it? He came up with that in the second part.
No,
And
you wouldn't let me
somehow it was
finish.
more interesting.
This is ridiculous. All right, let's finish this with the last question. Just a little heads up on the points being tallied. Trent is in the lead with 2, Austin with 1, and myself also with 1.
Okay. And the final question to decide it all: what movie would be better animated? Okay, I'm really interested in this one. Let's go. Let's go, Jeff.
Again? First?
Oh, were you
Jesus.
first last time?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll go Hizzy Hay.
Yes.
All right, I have a pretty easy one for this one. Although I'll admit this later. I think the Tim Burton adaptation of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory would be astronomically better if it was animated instead. Now, of course, that also might be, and I'm not sure if we'll talk about this in the argument, that might also be me changing the director from Tim Burton, but I think Tim Burton could still work in an animated world, and it could still be way more fun and inventive and less of a weird, like, quirky sort of change in what Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is. And although I do like Tim Burton's set designs, I think he could really do something special with an animation team for something like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So that's going to be my pick.
Okay. So now Three Ninjas Best Fan.
Okay. I'm sorry for this answer because I think it's just a shoe-in winner. I don't think there's anything you can argue that would be better than this for this question. So it's just a movie that would be made better by being animated, correct? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. This is an easy pick. It's an awful movie, so it can only get better because of how bad it is, which is a caveat to the question. I know that's not what you're going for there, but because of how bad it is, it can only be better. The answer, The Last Airbender. The M. Night Shyamalan, The Last Airbender. It's a gimme. It's too easy of an answer. I feel bad for like even discussing anything else because it's just the perfect answer for this question. So I can find a worse answer if you want because it's so unfair how good that answer is. So
No. Well, we'll hear about it in the debate.
Okay, that sounds good. I mean the TV series, Avatar: The Last Airbender was a great TV series, one of the best animated TV series of all time. And
Trent, have you seen the TV series?
Then we were able to witness one of the worst movies of all time, directed by M. Night Shyamalan, The Last Airbender, which was just so poor and was such an awful representation of what a good TV series Avatar: The Last Airbender was. All right.
Okay, Trent. Later, you'll have to explain, what the movie actually is, because the series is animated. But first, we'll go to A-Town or Jeff.
Of course. So actually, I was thinking about this pretty much all day, and I think that if you gave the movie Aquaman the the visual, like the stylist and the animators of someone like, I don't even know who did Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, but I feel like with the awful CGI that is the ocean and the seahorses and all the sharks and stuff, I feel like those just look so bad. But I think if it was animated, it would actually have been a much more fun watch. And I think the only downside of animating it is taking away Jason Momoa's like human presence. But outside of that, I just don't see. Jesus, is that number 5, Trent? I just don't see how like that movie doesn't improve drastically after being animated into something. And given all these like splatters on the screen and stuff like that, like the Spider-Verse had, I just think that movie would have been a great watch.
Okay. I think this is the best crop of answers this night. Now let's see some debate.
Oh yeah, Trent, could you explain to me Avatar: The Last Airbender?
Yes, Avatar: The Last Airbender was an incredible TV series on the TV channel Nickelodeon. It was an animated series, very well put together. There were some down moments middle of season 1 and early season 1, but that picked up, especially when the Fire Nation attacked. And then the series just was incredible. You had Aang, the Last Airbender, an incredible TV series.
Trent, you're not. I want to know. Do you know the movie is a condensed version of the first season? Is that still what the movie is?
Well, the movie. I mean, the movie had no direction. It had no. The screenplay was awful. The special effects were terrible, despite the high budget for it. There was the casting of the movie.
I guess
the casting of the movie was accused of whitewashing because of how.
Before we get into this,
and it's
are
one
we
of the worst
keeping the
movies ever
same
made.
team? But are we keeping the same team besides like the CGI and everything? Like, is it just an animation team comes in? Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, we'll assume you get the top quality animation you want.
Yeah, you have to. If not, then it's what? Yeah, that's an absurd question. Because then it's like, oh, Tarantino can't direct an animated movie because he doesn't have the crew to do it.
Is M. Night Shyamalan has never done an animated film, whereas Tim Burton has.
That's such a end all. Oh,
just
that's the caveat. Okay, if that's the
Tarantino.
Caveat,
well, I'm just
if
saying.
That's the caveat, oh, it's an absurd caveat. Absurd caveat.
You just said you can't pick any random thing you want, and then you get mad at me for saying M. Night Shyamalan hasn't directed it.
Hayden. I'll be honest. I know my answer is too good. I agree with that. I think personally, I think I should be forced to pick another movie.
I disagree because I think the show is amazing. There's no way you can make it better in a movie. Just watch the show.
Hey, I will willingly pick another movie.
You can't make Avatar: The Last Airbender into a cohesive movie that is fun to watch, especially more fun than the show.
You can do anything.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Are you saying TV's better than movies? Are you saying TV's better than movies?
Okay,
Hayden, are you saying
calm
TV's
down.
better than
I want to
movies?
hear from Jeff.
Okay.
I think he said
my last argument is going to stand because no one argued that I was wrong because I'm not. So that's
Hayden's in a box once again.
Oh, I actually would argue with Aquaman. I just had to get rid of the absurd Avatar pick.
Okay, wait. Part of Austin's argument was the Spider-Verse crew. Basically, it was like a Spider-Verse type movie for Aquaman, which would be a great idea. But if you're making the Aquaman directors do that, then of course they can't do that. Oh, so basically all you want to do was basically your question, or for your answer, was who is the best animated director that did a live action movie? That's all.
No. I think Austin. Okay, no. In fairness, I think Austin is fair saying the Spider-Verse team was very talented. However, I think Aquaman is ridiculous, and I think it's campy in like a kind of fun way, even though, yes, it is ridiculously stupid. However, I don't feel like that movie would be that much better animated because they spent so much money on the visual effects, and I wouldn't want to waste an animation team with so many capabilities visually, like the Spider-Verse team, on something like Aquaman.
It's not about wasting it. It's about it being like critically better.
I feel like it's not going to be significantly different because
it's all about
they have free reign for the CGI.
Hayden, the question is better. Not what would make the best movie, but what would make it better. And
I think
given
that's
the question,
easily Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I think that's a source material that
Oh,
lends
God.
itself so well.
God.
Are you
No.
serious?
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Are you serious?
fuck.
The fact of the matter is, those special effects are so off-putting for a ton of people. Whereas I think if there was a more fun style, like Leica has done, which keep in mind, the same director from Coraline did Nightmare Before Christmas. So you get that same team, you can do Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It's way more fun.
Does it actually make that movie with that content like more fun?
no, because Willy Wonka. Willy Wonka's a good movie. It doesn't need to be remade. And now you have Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And even if it's an
it
animated
already
version,
exists. So if you're going to make a new one and remake it, you should at least do something drastically different, which is what Tim Burton tried to do.
I just say, Hayden,
but I feel
think
like
you're
animation
so
would help
wrong.
that a ton.
Hayden, I feel like you're so wrong about Aquaman. Because if you took away the CGI
Yeah.
money and put it into animation, Aquaman would have looked so cool. So cool.
I'm saying Aquaman himself isn't that cool. Spider-Man is worthy of that type of animation. I can't think of a lot of other superheroes.
Okay. Look, Austin's movie, it might not be the best choice, but that being said, Austin had the nerve not to argue against what is clearly the best answer, Avatar: The Last Airbender. Clearly, you
Okay, wait,
you
Trent.
buffoon had the nerve, the audacity to argue against that pick, which is
Trent.
absurd to me. Absurd.
Does it
Absurd.
have the same animation as the show?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. Just the show kind of did the first season pretty perfectly. I mean, you'd cut out a few things, but wouldn't it just look the same?
The show. Well,
That's
no.
literally the argument I made, baby.
Okay. I see your point, Evan. I finally see your point. That being said,
you know what?
It's even if it's an exact recreation of a show, it would be years, leaps and bounds better than what the audacity, the atrocity, the absolute
You just
devastation.
picked the worst movie. Like you didn't.
I mean, that
pick
is
the
true.
one-
Hayden.
It is. It's an awful movie that could easily be made better animated, as we've seen in the TV series, as we have seen.
But it's still M. Night's script, and it's still you're whitewashing certain characters.
Oh,
You still have the
okay,
same
wait,
problem.
wait.
The exact same script. There's no fucking regulations for these goddamn questions.
Okay, fine. Trent, since it's just kind of a confusing argument, because you're right, it would absolutely be better.
Much better.
So I'm just gonna say I'll give you 5 minutes to see if you can come up with something else.
All of
Okay.
us?
No. Why you, Hayden? It's me.
Well, no, I was
this is-
just checking.
Evan's admitting. Evan is admitting my first answer was so good. I have to come up with a second one.
It's not that good. You have the TV series.
Okay. No, Evan, keep it. Evan, keep it. I'm not gonna pick another one. Hayden's
Really?
making me keep it. Yep, and keep it.
Make
Keep
a
it.
good argument. He hasn't even seen the show. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Keep it. Keep it in there. Hayden's making me keep it.
He
Keep it in
hasn't
there.
seen the show. He doesn't know
Keep-
anything about. Trent, name one plot point that happens in after the first 3 episodes in the first season that you
The
would
Fire
put
Nation.
in the
The
movie.
Fire Nation attacks after the first 3 episodes. They don't attack before the
Really?
first 3 episodes. Yes.
Really? Do they?
Avatar.
Yeah, Trent,
attack?
that's actually just really wrong. I don't know.
The Fire
Let's tell
Nation.
you.
It's in the opening. It's in the opening credits.
Yes.
And then the
That's all
Fire
you've
Nation
seen.
attacked.
My point.
It's a good.
Yeah,
it's a good
they-
TV
they
show.
attack in
It's
the
about the
first episode,
benders,
too.
earth, fire, water, and then there's the Airbender, who is Aang. He's the long lost Avatar, and he must unite the elements to
You're
save the world.
literally just reading verbatim the intro, which again is all you've seen. My point is,
cannot-
your pick is not bad. You're defending it terribly because
I
you don't
need to
know the source
defend
material.
The best choice. I don't need to defend the best choice ever.
That's part of the debate.
If okay, I dare Evan have the balls to not pick this movie, not pick what I chose.
Hey,
I
you know
dare
what?
him.
I want to hear you guys talk about Hayden's pick more.
I mean, it's such a bad pick. I don't know what you want me to say. Like, it just wouldn't be good. Like, I just don't see that movie being animated being something that it'd be worth putting more time in to go watch it again with animation. With Aquaman,
Okay.
I would definitely go back and rewatch it if it was animated like the Spider-Verse.
Hayden did bring up the point. Hayden did bring up a good point about that I chose Avatar, the last Avatar, just because it was such a bad movie. Well, why did he not choose Willy Wonka? Why did he choose Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? Why didn't he just go ahead and choose Willy Wonka? Hayden, what's your defense to that?
Well, I feel like if you're
In a
going
box,
to
you're in a
remake
box
something,
again. He's in
I'm not in a box.
No.
I feel like if you're going to be
He's in a box.
remaking something, you'll have to put a breath of fresh air in that. Similar to if you're changing a book from being a movie, that's a different medium. I feel like using the medium of animation, there's so much more free reign visually, whereas some of Tim Burton's, even the musical scenes, which are fun, you can make them even more insanely watchable and catchy just with what animation's able to achieve.
That was an excellent effort fighting out of that box you were put in. Excellent
I was
effort.
not put in a box.
You worked you fought your way out of it a little bit, but you were put into a box. Okay, Evan, your final decision. This is a tough one, but you know I mean it's tough because of all these other people, but you know the answer. But Evan, final decision.
See, Trent does have a good answer.
The best answer.
It's not the problem that the answer isn't good. It's just I don't know. It's like not a good movie if it's done in the same medium. Like Hayden's switching from live to animated because it was already a live movie, but you're switching from animated live action back to animated. It just doesn't, I don't know, it'd just be kind of weird. It just doesn't make sense anymore. Just logically, the answer just kind of at fault. That's why I tried to get you to change it.
Well, Hayden didn't let me change it. I tried to change it. Hayden did not.
And that's exactly why I gave you a specific, like I gave you a vision. I didn't just give you, if this movie was animated, it would be better.
Hey, everyone,
I gave
the
you
judge
a
is
very
talking.
specific vision.
Austin's not the judge, Hayden.
Oh my god.
Okay, Hayden and Austin have very similar answers, which is very effects-driven movies that I do agree would be better in animated because the effects wouldn't have to be that way.
Would Avatar not be better if animated?
Avatar?
Don't even answer that. Don't even answer.
Yeah, Trent, but I'm saying they wouldn't make an animated movie. I'm just saying it doesn't make sense. The movie would be better. I agree. It's just, are you sure you can't think of anything else?
Big balls Evan over here, not letting me pick Avatar, the greatest answer in the fucking world.
No, I just did. They wouldn't make it into a movie animated with the same animation. It just doesn't make sense.
You don't know how impressive this argument is by Hayden. If he can win with that pick, Hayden's going ecstatic right now because he knows he's about to win this argument with that shitty ass pick.
Whoa! What about me? I think I definitely have the best pick.
You didn't argue it very well though. Hayden's the one that's been put into a box. Hayden's at least fought himself out of a box.
I haven't been put into a box because I have a good pick and I don't have to fight myself out of one.
Austin, I forgot what you chose.
My god.
Oh my god.
Oh, Aquaman.
Jeez.
Yeah, only if it's like Spider-Verse version, then it has a chance.
Yes,
but...
I gave a specific vision for it. A specific one.
Okay, well, if you fucking put Spider-Verse version of anything, it's gonna be good.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
The animation's incredible. The animation of Spider-Verse on alone can hold up for itself.
Yes, but it's
version
it's
of
also
Green
the
Book.
story.
It would hold up. Yeah. That would be good, Hayden. It might not make it better. It would still be good, though.
You know what? I'm gonna go with A-Town, Jeff.
Yes.
Water looks cool animated. I think the movie would be more appealing.
Yeah.
Hey, between you and me, Evan definitely couldn't choose between you and I, so
my god. No, that's actually
Trent, I asked you to change your answer. It doesn't make sense.
No,
Hayden didn't let me. I tried to. Hayden did.
We do have a winner now. Do you want me to disclose that?
Oh, wait, the tiebreaker? I thought you had like a sixth question or something.
Evan, if you want, you can come up with the tiebreaker. I just meant Austin has 2 second. Oh my god.
Twice?
He's drinking beer.
And now he can't hear us.
No, I was just gonna say, Austin finished with 2 second place finishes, whereas Trent finished
That's what I think about your pick, Evan.
with 0. Oh my
I'm pissing
God.
on it.
My point is, Trent had 0 second place finishes. If you want that to be the tiebreaker, it can. Otherwise, you can ask a tiebreaker, Evan. Oh boy.
No, you know what? I'm just gonna give it to Hayden. Can you think of a question?
Yeah, I guess because I'm out, I can come up with a question real quick. Okay, are y'all ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so the tiebreaker question, Evan is still going to judge this, but I'm coming up with the tiebreaker question, is going to be, what superhero do you think you could take in a fight? And I'll let ThreeNinjasBestFan go first.
Okay. This may be a bit controversial. This is probably going to throw away my victory. And I apologize for that. I apologize for putting forth a valiant effort and then throwing it away at the very end here. However, given the times and given the circumstances of the universe, I think the best, or not the best, I think a superhero that I could beat in a fight are nurses. I think I could handle. I think
Wait, who?
Nurses.
So, okay,
They are absolute heroes right now. What they are doing on a day-to-day basis, amidst of a national pandemic, is an absolute heroic effort. They are absolutely super. However, they are weak because of this virus, and I think now is the time to strike. If we're talking fight. I think I can handle them in a battle of fisticuffs.
All right,
man.
They are absolute heroes to society.
Okay,
But I think I can handle them in a one-on-one matchup. Mano a mano.
what's your answer, Austin?
Okay, yeah, let's hear Austin.
All right, yeah, I have a great answer actually. I think I could beat Daredevil in a fight. This being because I could just lead him into somewhere and trap him because he can't see.
Hi, Evan. They put you in a rock and a hard place.
A box, if you will.
Yeah.
You know what? Honestly, Trent really did just box me up right there. His answer is kind of cheats the question, but he nailed it.
Wait, do we not get to rebuttal? Boom!
Oh, okay.
Boom!
No,
this is like the tiebreaker.
Boom!
Sure. Wait, you want me to say nurses aren't heroes?
They are heroes. They're not superheroes.
Oh, you
not
rat
cool,
bastard.
Austin.
They're heroes.
Okay, let's hear a bit more debate, actually.
Austin,
They're
I'll agree.
heroes.
They're heroes on a normal day, but during this national tragedy, they have to be superheroes.
I disagree.
They have to be superheroes.
Dude,
they're heroes.
Heroes. They're doing their
Yes,
job. They're heroes.
They're always. I agree. They're always.
Oh yeah,
heroes.
wait, Trent, define superhero.
Anybody for the betterment of others before themselves that can save others' lives. A superhero. The
Austin,
definition.
how would you define a superhero?
Okay.
I think a superhero.
Ivan, you just said I won. I'm tired of arguing. You said I won, and now
He
you're
said
gonna
I won.
Now you're gonna,
I was declared victor like 10 minutes ago.
Okay, Evan. So nurses aren't superheroes then. Evan
Sorry,
hates nurses. Evan hates nurses. Fine. I don't. If Evan doesn't like nurses, then I don't want to win because I think I don't want to win for this organization.
Trent, you tried to cheat the question, but you got semantics thrown back at you. Super means they have to have wait, actually does it?
Exactly.
Technically, no one said anything.
No one said anything.
Because Batman doesn't.
Wait, Hayden, is there an actual
Yeah,
all I'm
Batman's a
saying is
superhero.
Batman doesn't have powers. He just is a crime fighter.
Yeah, Batman has superheroes or superpowers. Sorry, fuck.
Okay, yeah, I guess I'll stick with Trent then.
Fuck you.
This is the first thing I've ever won in my life. I would like to dedicate it to my friends, my family, and one day, maybe if I get lucky, a beautiful Oreo, a beautiful double stuffed Oreo. So I'm looking at one right now, and I'll have me Oreo.
Well, that's gonna do it for the first letterbox.
Shout out
eat that Oreo. Eat that
Thank
beautiful,
you,
delicious
ThreeNinjas
Oreo.
Best Fanboy. Thank you, Evan, for judging this impossible task. That's going to do it for this recording. Thank you guys for checking this out. if you want to hear different people arguing on this, or if you want to see one of these hosts return, maybe Three Ninjas Best Fan defend himself going 1-0 now. Just let us know down below. If you have any questions that you think we should do on the show, let us know in the comments down below as well. Thank you guys for listening. Bye.